Okay, so if you could just tell me, like, what do you believe is the difference between the personality and temperament?
Well, temperament is that what you're born with. That's your inborn traits. You get it from your father, mother, your grandparents, and you can't change that. Personality is what happened after you were born. It develops over time, and that's really the essence between the two. It's really the nature versus nurture. You were born nature, that's what nature gave you, and nurture is what you developed over time.
Okay. So in terms of business analysts, can you just give me the summary of your theory of what temperament makes up a good business analyst, or combination of temperament and personality?
If we talk about temperament, it's broken up into 4 clusters. And what we found in collaboration with Professor Smith from the University of Johannesburg is that you need a whole brain person. So it's somebody that's got traits in all 4 of the clusters. That would really be the ideal business or systems analyst. Unfortunately, the problem is that only 4% of the population is like that. So what we need to do is highlight your strong points, in other words, your temperament, and then also develop your personality in the other areas, in order to make sure that at the end of the day you've got a well-rounded personality, and in that way perform well at work.
I'm just curious, I mean, kind of off the topic of analyst, how would this apply to other people in other professions? I'm sure it could be valuable.
Definitely, yes. This is applicable to anybody that is a human being and has a life. So it doesn't exclude anybody at all.
Okay.
So it goes over nations, races, gender, female, male. It's really applicable to everybody.
And so you would really look at what's needed or what's important in that particular area, and then do a mapping almost of what is important, what's required, and then looking at the candidates and where they are deficient. Then you can identify what training is required.
Yes, definitely. In my consulting experience, I've learned a lot about the analyst role. So at the moment I focus on the analyst role because I understand it a lot. And I understand it, I've got a bit of experience in that. So, but it is, as you said, you think about what he needs to do and how we would do that naturally. And we try to highlight that and make the person, the analyst, aware of what is his natural tendencies and what is his weaknesses. Because the moment that you are aware of something, you can do something about it.
Okay. Last question. One school of thought that I personally subscribe to says, identify your strengths and your weaknesses, but don't work on your weaknesses, because by the end of your life you'll have average, maybe if you're lucky, average weaknesses. Delegate your weaknesses to someone else and focus on enhancing your strengths. What would you say to that?
That is true if you have a team around you. But as an analyst, normally you're the only person there. So in order to maximize your work and do it in the best ability, you definitely, first of all, and I stress that, you have to go according to your temperament. Okay? So try to be who you are, always in all circumstances. But sometimes you can't. Okay? So then you need to look at your persona.
Thank you.